Okay, hi everyone. Good morning. I hope you are here. So how many of you? How many of you out there? Um, Let me see. I hope you can invite your friends to join. Yes. Good morning. I can see only nine. I hope only 11 students. No, only 10 students are here. I have 21 students. Come on, wakey, wakey, everyone. Can you please remind your friends to join the class? Yes. This class is supposed to be at 9:30. Please remind your friends to join the class. I'm fine, thank you. Ahmad Afwan. Hello. Yes, good morning. Good morning. A blessed morning. Mashita, you are so early. You are the first one who greeted. Please remind your friends to join the class. Yes, I'm supposed to have 21 students. Yes, Ying Windy, hello, good morning, a blessed morning. Arcel, Mior is here. Shafika, good morning. Ziwei, good morning. Yes, Ahmad Afwan is also here. All right, Ayman is also here. Okay, before we move on, I would like to check the attendance. Okay, remember your attendance in Google Classroom? You're supposed to turn in your attendance now. So 21 of you turn in, but in a YouTube, I only have about 10 students. Yes, can you please invite your friends or ask them to come and join now? Yes, we have class now. Come on, I'm about to start. Okay, this is about gap text. Okay, so I will be sharing strategies how to ace in your gap test. Uh, okay, I have sent you homework in your Google Classroom. So I think about 10 students, yeah, about 10 students, all right, who are very, very hardworking. So that is why I gave them merits, okay, because they sent in earlier. Okay, these 8 students, can you please send in your homework as soon as possible? I need you to send in by today because I gave this work uh, on 23rd May or before 23rd May. Yes. Okay, who are these 8 students? I have graded 13 students. Okay, before you start, doing your work, please read the instructions. I gave instructions, right? So make sure you read the instructions beforehand. Okay, what do you need to do? Take a photo of for each question you have pasted. Okay, let me go to this. Okay, the instructions. Please read the instructions. Read the notes given, all right, on this side. Take a photo for each question you have done and paste it on the Google document provided. I have provided Google document for you. So make sure you use the Google document which I have provided. Do not send in PDF form or do not send in, your JPEG photos, all right? Some of you sent in 7, 10 photos or 9 photos. I need you to paste all the photos on the Google Doc, which I provided. Okay, one person just turned in. Okay, good job. Who is this? Mior. You see here, 9 attachment. That means you are not using the Google Doc, which I provided. Okay, dear Mior, I hope you're listening. Yes, Mior, are you here? Meow, meow. You see here, if you turn in 9 attachment, when I go in, I would have all these, all the photos here. Okay, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I would like you to send me this. I have provided you with this Google Doc. So use the Google Doc. You see here, please write your name here. and then you just paste all your photos here, all your screenshots here, and then you send in this Google Doc. So I'm going to return this to you, Mior, and I need you to resend, okay? Paste all the photos on the Google Doc which I provided. This is not your first time sending assignment, okay? So please, all right, please use the Google Doc which I provided. Okay, and then what else do I have? Other than this, I also gave another assignment. Okay, you just go to classwork, all right, because classwork here I have organized everything is here. I've organized everything. Okay, you see the attendance for today's class, 21 of you turned in, good job. But I need all of you to attend my class on time. Okay, and then here 8 persons have not turned in the assignments, all right, and then you have an essay. Okay, this essay, one person has turned in, so you have done your essay, is it? So this one, the due date would be 11 June. So who is this person who turned in so early? Good job, Mior, you turned in your assignment. Okay, so I will check your assignment. Okay, make sure you use this. Okay, the Google Doc which I provided. Please write your name here. Maksudnya tulis nama di sini. Boleh faham ya? Okay. So I remember that you should start. Okay, Mior, start your essay without writing a narrative essay. Start your essay without a narrative essay. That means straight away you start your introduction. First of all, celebrities can help. So first of all, what do you need to start with? You need to start with the context, my dear. I have explained that in the earlier YouTube. So make sure you go to the earlier YouTube, Mior. I hope you are listening, Mior. So I need you to redo this essay, okay? Do not start with a narrative essay. You see here, you are talking about the canteen and then you organize this. Can you please move on to the context? I need you to start with the context. If you want to give a narration, make sure that the narrative essay is related to the context, and the context here is advertisement. Okay, it's about advertisement. Okay, so I hope you're listening, Mior. Okay, Mior, are you still in your bed? So I will return this to you. Please make corrections and send in again. Okay. You can also check plagiarism before you send in. Plagiarism. Plagiarism, that means, you check whether you have paraphrased or you did not paraphrased. Okay. Kena check ya, ada paraphrase ke tak ada paraphrase. If you don't paraphrase, then whatever you take, it will be here. Can you see that? It's here. Okay, so you can check plagiarism. You can check plagiarism. So you see here, the whole paragraph will be highlighted. So it means that you are actually, copying the whole paragraph. Okay, so please change. All right, I am giving you time to do your work. So you see here the due date 11 June. So if it is 11 June, you have ample of time to do your essay. Okay, you have ample of time to do your essay. So make sure you do it carefully. You do your research before you send in your essay. Okay, Mior, thank you for sending in so early, but I need you to do research before you send in. Okay, so make sure you read about advertisement involving product endorsements by celebrities, all these, okay, before you send in your assignment. Okay. So good job, Mior. Thank you for sending in so early, but I need you to redo, okay? I have arranged everything accordingly. So just go to classwork. You will see here, week 7, it's the essay. Deadline, 11 June, all right? And then today's class, okay, okay, this is for today's class. 17 of you turned in. Let me check, okay, in the YouTube, how many of you attend my class? Do I have 17? Okay, 23 of you are watching. Good job. All right. So I hope you can understand how to use Google Classroom. All right. Now I will move on to Get Text. I hope you're ready. Okay. Are you ready for Get Text? All right. Then I will stop sharing this screen. I will share another screen. Okay. Let me share this screen. Share screen. Window. Okay. I will share my OneNote. Okay, I hope you can see my OneNote. Add to stream. All right, can you see my OneNote here? I hope it's clear. Okay, I hope it's clear. All right, since you had done my work, okay, Meow can do it again. Meow is Meow, right? Meow, I know you're a very hardworking boy. Okay, so make sure you do research first before you send in your essay because the due date is 11 June. 11 June now is 25th May. You have ample of time to do, okay? So make sure you read, okay? Read everything related to advertisements and celebrities, all right? Before you hand in, okay? Yeah, who is this? Ling Sweat Bing. Okay, so I hope you know how to use Google Classroom. All right. Just go to classwork and then everything is there. Okay. I have organized accordingly. All right. Class code, Yoga Shanmati. Are you my student? Are you one of my students, Yoga? All right. I think all my students are in Google Classroom, okay? All right, so what do you need to do for Get Text? Since you have read the notes that I gave you, I believe you don't have any problems with it, right? Is it clear? If it's not clear, then I would like to make it bigger. Zoom in. Can you read? Boleh ke? Boleh baca tak? Hello, all the audience out there. Can you read? Is it big enough for you? And make it bigger for all of you so that you can read. Okay, so what do you need to do? What is the first step? You need to skim, okay? Skim the text. That means you baca cepat-cepat, okay? Just skim, okay, or read quickly the text to get the general idea. So you need to know what is it about. You need to know the topic, the main ideas, the structure. So you ignore the gaps first. Just read the text first. That's the first step, all right? And then you move on, all right, reading the missing sentences A to G, all right, A to G, 6 sentences, right? No, sorry, 7 sentences because you have one distractor, okay? Subsequently, read around the gaps in the text carefully. Now you have to scan, all right? Read around the gaps in the text carefully. That means the passage, what comes before each gap, what comes after the gap, okay? So that would be very important because now it's the scanning time because you need to look for an answer. Next, fourthly, in the text and in sentences A to G, underline the words which connect ideas and information. Okay, I will sum up later. Maybe I can share the slides with you later. I can share the slides with my students. Okay, so students, if you want, you can jot down notes. All right, you can jot down notes and then I will share the slides with you. Okay, so you have to underline or highlight. All right, I'm sure that you have highlight pen with you. Okay, so underline the words which connect ideas and information. Okay, so you can look for words like, tenses, time references, okay, linkers. Those are the words that you need to consider. All right, pronouns, main nouns, linking words, they are very important. Linking words like yet, however, okay, to show contrastive ideas. Therefore, all these are very important. Okay. Next, what do you need to do? Next step. Okay, take note of one of the sentences A to G and find the best gap to put it in. So now you need to pick the best gap and put it in. All right. Okay. Fill in the blanks. So number 7, read the text again quickly to see if it makes sense. So if it makes sense, then that's okay. So if it doesn't make sense, you need to repeat steps 6 and 7 until you have found, okay, the best answer. Okay, so you need to read the whole text again. All right, for the last time. Does it make sense? All right, if it doesn't make sense, then you have to change your answers. Don't worry, okay? Don't worry because you can change your answers. Okay, you can change your answers, so you don't have to worry. So here I have 2 important notes for you. It's okay to change your mind. If your first choice was wrong, you will, you can just, you can just limit your choices for the remaining gaps. Okay, don't worry. You can try, okay? Trial and error would be fine. Don't worry because you can always change your answers. Just remember, make sure that it makes sense, okay? A sentence might contain a word that seems to fit a specific gap. So this is very important. That is why I highlighted. Okay, for example, okay, but the development of ideas in a whole text might show that this sentence doesn't make sense. Okay, I think I would like to show you this lesson 2 because I summarize it. I make it, yeah, I make it easier for you to understand. So this one would be easier for you to understand. These are the, strategies, okay, to answer gap text. All right. I hope it's big enough for you to view. Okay, dear students, I think it's big enough for you to view. So you can see here, the first thing that you need to do is to skim, all right, S. And then the next step would be, checking the missing sentences, all right? So M. And then the next one, you need to check around the gaps, okay? And then what is the next thing? T, miss. Okay, the next thing is the text and the missing sentences. So I actually, try to come up with the mnemonics. So it would be smart, miss, pick the best, get. So you remember smart, SMAR for these around the gaps, and then T and miss. So smart, miss, pick the best, get. Smart, okay, S for skim, so you skim the entire gap passage from start to finish. You just read quickly. Skim means you read quickly. All right, missing sentences. So missing sentences, what do you need to do? For the missing sentences, I need you to underline, okay, underline main nouns or pronouns, okay, reference words. Okay, so reference words, example that I can give you would be main nouns or pronouns, okay? And then around the gaps, AR, around the gaps, what do you need to look for? So around the gaps, you need to look for the TP, PN, LT, KW. What are all those things? I put in abbreviations. I will show you later. Okay, next, you need to check the underlined words which connect ideas and information. Okay, and of course, lastly, you need to find the best gap. Okay, make sure that it makes sense. Okay, so I will move on to show you what is TPPNLTKW. All right. Later, I will show you an example, and I would like some of you to join me here in the broadcast studio because I want you to share your answers as well. Okay, we still have time, right? So around the gaps, what do you need to underline or highlight? You need to underline this, right? TP, PN, LT, KW. So what are all those things? TP is the topics. Remember, you write essays, you have topic sentences, right? So the TP, PN would be the pronouns and nouns. So I hope that you know what are pronouns, what are nouns. You need to look for the main pronouns and nouns. And then L would be the linking words like therefore, okay, yet, however, and all these are linking words. And then the time would be the tenses, okay? And I sum up all, it can be the keywords, all right? Maybe you have quantities or quantifiers, all that would be under keywords, okay? So all the other keywords, you need all of them. All right, next, what do you need? I put it in pictures so that those visual learners, you can learn better. So SMART means pick the best gap. And remember, when you come to AR, in AR, you have all these TP, PN, L, T, and KW. That means all the keywords, all right, around the gaps. Okay, clear? Are you okay? Are you with me? I hope you can follow me. So I put it in a visual form so that all the visual learners, it would be easier for you. So important notes, you need to take notes. Important notes here. Look for keywords and connections. So always remember, look for keywords and connections. If it doesn't connect, then it does not make sense. If it connects well, then it makes sense. Okay? So look for keywords. It's very important. And connections. Okay, in the missing sentences, identify words that can give you clues. So contextual clues, right? You have clues. Go back to the text and find words that can lead you to identify the next sentence. So remember to look for keywords, keywords, keywords. And I remember that, even in the first class, I always remind you to look for keywords. Even in essay, you have to look for keywords. If you don't look for keywords, you are going to be off tangent. All right. Next, you can always check your answers. All right. Check your answers. That is very essential. Check your answers before you submit to the invigilators. Okay. After you have placed all the sentences into the gaps, all right, what do you need to do? Go back and read. Okay, the whole text or the whole passage, and you have to see if it makes sense. If not, locate which sentences sound out of place. Okay, if it is wrong, you feel that it smells fishy, then you can change it. Okay, and always remember, you try the easiest ones. Okay, try the easiest ones. So you don't have to start with the first gap. If you feel that the first gap is very difficult for you to fill in the gap, then you look for the easiest ones. Okay, you don't really have to do the first one. If the first one is the hardest one, then you move on, okay, to the next one. All right. So is it clear? If it's clear, then we'll move on to examples. Okay, can you give me your feedback? Is it clear? Can you give me your feedback in the live chat? Is it clear? Are you okay? Are you with me? Or am I going too fast? So Mior, especially Mior, I would like you to go back to the earlier YouTube because I want you to redo your essay because I have checked your essay just now. Okay, it's too short, and I feel that you don't really do research. So I hope that you can do research before you send in your assignment because the due date is 11 June. You have ample of time. Okay, you can do it during your holidays. Okay, you have such a long holiday, so make sure that you spend your holiday fruitfully. Okay, now since you have done, I can move on to examples, right? Are you okay? All right. If you're okay, then I can move on to examples. So remember, what are the keywords that you need to highlight? Let me erase all this. Okay, please remember all these things that you need to highlight. Okay, PN, what is PN? KW, what is PN? What is L? What is TP? Because after this, you are going to come here and explain to me. Okay, and I remember that I asked you to be well prepared for my class. Even before class, I gave you homework so that you would understand better in this class. Okay, so here I gave you the mnemonics, right? Smart means pick the best get. Okay, if you want the slides, I can share the slides with you. Do you need the slides or you don't need the slides? Or you can just screenshot from here. What do you think, girls and boys? Okay, let me move on to lesson 1. Okay, let's move on to lesson 1. Now, for this lesson, try this exercise 1. I'll make it bigger so that you can see. So for this one, it is about reading. You have to read. Now, what do you need to do? Remember, what's the first step? Can you answer me in the live chat? What is the first step? Do you remember the first step? What's the first step? Yes, I'm waiting for your answer. What is the first step? Come on, what is the first step? I'm waiting for your answer. Please answer me in the live chat. What is the first step? What do you need to do at first? Apa yang you perlu buat? The first step, come on. Skim. What do you need to skim? Yes, very good, Ying Windy. Good job. You need to skim. What do you need to skim? Skim the missing sentences, or you need to skim the passage or the text? Yes, very good. I know you need to skim, but what do you need to skim? Can you try? Anyone else besides, this Ying Windy? Yes, very good, Ying Windy. Umaira, skim. Skim what? Skim the text. Yes, very good. Skim the text. So now I need you to read quickly. Okay, can you please read quickly the text, the whole text? And then you let me know what is this about. Okay, 20 years ago, clothes shopping without promise of next day delivery was a much more occasional event. But today, shoppers can buy garments at the height of their popularity for very little money and discard them after very little time. Okay, next paragraph. That means you read quickly, please. Read quickly the whole text. Indeed, there are no longer two separate seasons in fast fashion. Rather, large companies such as Missguided change their stock weekly. But what happens to all the clothes they don't sell for the previous week or month? In the US alone, the Environmental Protection Agency's estimates show that 11.9 million tons of clothing and footwear were discarded in 2015, of which 8.2 million tons was sent to landfill. Unlike natural fibers such as cotton, synthetic fibers like polyester or nylon may take up to 200 years to decompose. Wow. Okay, it's not only plastic. Okay, you see here, polyester or nylon may take up to 200 years to decompose. It's a very long time, 200 years. You can't even live up to 200 years. Okay, these are often used by fast fashion brands in order to reduce production costs. Okay, so here the second paragraph, I think you would know what is this text about. Okay, next. Fashion has become one of the largest polluters in the world. You see here, not only plastics, fashion, it's about clothes. One of the largest polluters in the world. Okay. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, IPCC, has estimated that the fashion industry produces 10% of global CO2 emissions every year and is estimated to use around 1.5 trillion liters of water every year. It's an industry stuck in a toxic cycle of overproduction and overconsumption, posing a monumental problem to environmental sustainability. Okay, so what you want to buy, what you want to wear, please consider the environment as well. Okay, if you have done this paragraph, I move on to the next paragraph. Okay, now make sure you are reading. Next paragraph. This responsibility, however, is too often considered to lie with the consumer. We're told that we should boycott these fast fashion brands or only buy secondhand. Many people, I would argue, begin to question the true cost of their ridiculously cheap clothing circa 2013, okay, approximately 2013. Okay, in case if you don't know what this mean, okay, approximately 2013, when the collapse of Rana Plaza, okay, Rana Plaza clothing manufacturing complex in Bangladesh killed over 1,000 workers. Okay, so they had cheap workers, okay, at this Rana Plaza. So that is why they can have fast fashion. All right. So this incident had killed over 1,000 workers. All these are cheap workers, cheap laborers. All right. However, since then, it is clear that the fast fashion industry has only grown with, as far as I can see, no obvious attempts to reduce its environmental impact. Okay. So even if you want to buy clothes, you need to consider. You have to think what you want to buy. Do you really need it before you buy? But I think ladies, you love to buy, right? You love to buy a lot of clothes. Yeah. All right. Next, I move on to the next paragraph. Okay. Please read this, the next paragraph. Okay. By now, I think some of you would know what is this. What is this passage about? Can you type in the live chat? What is this passage about? Okay. The past. So, what is this passage about? Can you try? Tala, Lucy, and Yak. Yak. I think it's pronounced as Yak. All right, YAK. It's a brand name. Yet the primary problem with these brands is precisely the reason they are sustainable. They use more expensive materials, pay their workers fairly, and take longer to produce their clothing. So here you have number 4. Okay, it's a gap that you need to fill in later. Okay, encouraging a boycott of fast fashion brands should be seen as a sign of privilege because it is not a viable option. Okay, viable option or feasible. Okay, it is not a feasible option for so many, and one that I can see having a significant enough impact to put every fast fashion brand in the market out of business. We are also often advised to utilize second-hand clothing or charity shops. Okay, I hope you're done with this paragraph. Are you okay with this paragraph? Can you type in the live chat so that it would be interactive? I would know that whether you have done with this paragraph or not. Are you done with this paragraph? This paragraph? Okay. All right. Then we move on to the next paragraph. Instead, fast fashion companies should be legally obliged to contribute to clothing recycling schemes, which, by recycling all unwanted or unsold clothing, aim to reduce the huge volume of clothes ending up in a landfill daily in the UK. Okay, None, just skim. Skim means you read quickly. Okay, you're not doing anything, you read quickly. So this is the last paragraph. It is indeed up to the consumer to make an active effort not to purchase large volumes of clothing from fast fashion companies. Yet, the consumer should not take the majority of the blame for the industry's environmental impact. Okay, now let's move on to the missing sentences or the gaps. Okay, so I put the gaps here. Okay, here are the gaps. So you can see that I highlighted a few words here. So these highlighted words, they are actually the main nouns. Remember, you need to highlight the main nouns. What is the second step? What is the second step for gap text? Can you answer me in the live chat? What is the second step? Dear students? Okay, the first step, read the entire gap passages. Gap. Here, Ahmad Afwan, gap, maybe it's a typo, G-A-P-P-E-D, okay? Gap passage, all right? So what is the second step? Second step, you have to read the missing sentences, right? Yes, missing sentences. Good job, Ying Windy. Wow, Ying Windy, you are always very responsive, very active in my class. Okay, Windy, good job. So what is the third step? Second step, you have to, read quickly the missing sentences. So here are the missing sentences, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay, read all the missing sentences. Yes, Umaira, good job. What is next? What about the third step? What is the third step? What is the third step? Number tiga. What do you need to do? The third step. Oh, we have class until 10:30. Now it's already 10:15. We have to move on quickly. Yes, around the gaps. All right. Around the gaps, what do you need to do? Is that the third step? Let's check. Okay, around the gaps. Yes. All right, that would be the third step. Now, this is the second step. Second step, all right, second step, you need to highlight the main nouns, main pronouns, or the reference words. Yes, don't just remember the second step, but you need to remember second step, what do you need to do? You need to highlight or underline the main reference words. So here are the main reference words that I highlighted for you. Okay, so let's look at the first one, the impact of this. So the main reference would be the impact. Okay, it's the impact that you're talking about. All right, next sentence, B, we can buy fast fashion. So we, it's the reference, and then don't forget the linker, but. So fast fashion companies must be expected to do more. And then the next one, you have to look at the linker instead. All right, and then the pronouns would be consumers or the nouns. Okay, pronouns or the nouns. Next, therefore, the linker, you need to highlight. This makes them. Okay, so that would be the reference words. All right, and then you look at E. E, fast fashion. Okay, highlight the word fast fashion. That would be the main reference word. Okay, F, the main reference word would be textile recycling businesses. Okay, G, major players. Okay, those major players, they are Zara, H&M Group, Uniqlo, Gap, Forever 21, Topshop, Esprit. Primark Fashion Nova new look. So you have to highlight all the main reference words, okay, in the gap text. In this options given to you, A to G, or the missing sentences. So now, what do you need to do around the gap? Okay, that is the third step, right? Around the gap. Okay, I will do one for you. Let me find the sticky notes. Okay, so all these, I hope you remember. Students, can you please take notes? I need you to remember all these A to G. Can you please take down notes? All these A to G, missing sentences A to G. Maybe you can write down somewhere or you can just snap a photo of this. Okay, just screenshot this A to G so that you remember, because now we need to move on to the gaps. Okay, A to G, just take a photo of this and then we will move on to the gaps. Okay, are you with me? Now I move on to the gaps, all right? Let's look at the first sentence. Okay, the first sentence here. Something is missing here. Remember, you don't always need to start with the first sentence, but here I start with the first gap because it's hard for you to look at the whole text. Okay, so here let's look at this, the first gap. 20 years ago, clothes shopping. All right, so maybe you want to skip this because you feel that you don't know what to do with this. Okay, the first gap, you want to skip that. You want to move on to the second gap because you feel that the second gap is easier for you. You have some words that can lead you to the answer. So let's look at this around the gap. What do we have? Okay, before the gap, we have this synthetic fibers, polyester, polyester or nylon, okay, decompose. So these are the keywords before this gap. Okay, so let's try number 2. What would be the best answer for this number 2? So let's look at these synthetic fibers, polyester, decompose. So you have the keywords here. What can I fit here? Anything here in these missing sentences about synthetic fibers? Okay, unlike natural fibers. So let's read this. Indeed, there are no longer two separate seasons. Okay. Unlike natural fibers, so you are comparing with the natural fibers. Okay, this polyester fibers or synthetic fibers, it's hard to decompose. So number 2, what is the answer for number 2? Let's check here. Can it be this one, the impact? The impact of this must not be underestimated. Is it this one? You can see the word microfibers here. So the impact must not be underestimated, with scientists further speculating that these microfibers make up around 85% of human-produced debris found on the world's coasts. Would this be the answer? So maybe you feel that, okay, this might be the answer. So you put a tick, okay? So this is for number 2, okay? So you have done that. That's for number 2. I can show you the answer. Okay. So this would be the answer. Let me show you the answer. Insert home. Oops. Okay, so that is the answer for number 2. Oh my God. I want to show you the answer. Okay, so you can see here the answer. This is the answer. Okay, the impact of this must not be underestimated, with scientists further speculating. So you can see the word microfibers. Okay, the impact of this, it's referring to the earlier sentence, this impact. So you have to look at, anaphoric and cataphoric, look at the sentences. Okay, the reference words are very important for gap text. Okay, now we move on to the second paragraph. Second paragraph, you don't have a gap, so it's okay, no problem. Let's move on to the next paragraph. Okay, the next paragraph. Let's look at this. What would you highlight? Can I have a few students come here and let me know what are the words that you want to highlight? Okay, I can share the link with you. Okay, please click the link. Come and join me. What are the words that you want to highlight? Can you let me know? Yeah, what are the words that you want to highlight here? Let's look at the words here. This responsibility, however, is too often considered to lie with the consumers. Okay, so you know that here it's about the consumers. We're told that we should boycott these fast fashion brands or only buy secondhand. Many people, I would argue, began to question the true cost of this ridiculously cheap clothing approximately or circa 2013 when the collapse of the Rana Plaza, yada yada. However, okay, this is also important. Any other keywords that you would like to highlight? Can you please click the link and join me here in the broadcast studio? And let me know what would you highlight. Yeah, what would you highlight? Yes, anyone out there? Hi. I hope you're listening. I'm not talking alone. Please come and join me here. I have sent the link there in the live chat. What are the words that you need to highlight here? Remember, around the gap, you need to highlight the words, right? What are the words that you need to highlight? Yes, please let me know. I've given you some. Please let me know. What are the words that you need to highlight or underline? Come on. Dear students, are you sleeping? We only have 5 minutes. Oh, we can't finish the class today. So we shall continue, right? In the next class. So next class, I would like you to come up here and let me know your answers. So I'll be sharing this with all of you. I'll be sharing this, okay? I will share this here I will show you where will I share. Copy link address. Okay, I will share it here in the group. So please join that group, Moet test takers, okay? Moet test takers, please join the group, the Telegram group. So I'll give this gap tags plus the missing sentences. I'll put it in the group. Okay, even the slides I can share in the group. But what I need you to do in the next class, I would like you to come here. I would like you to join me here in the broadcast studio and you share with me what are the words that you need to highlight. Okay, dear students, what are the words that you need to highlight and why is that the answer? Okay, I have shared with you one answer. Therefore, I need you to do the rest. Okay, give me the justifications. All right, because the first one I did for you, right? So I highlight this, unlike natural fibers, I highlight these polyester fibers, okay, the impact of microfibers. So I think this missing sentence, it fits in here, okay? So I need you to tell me the next one. All right. So like how I did, I would like to listen from you. Okay. And don't worry, I'll be here guiding you. So the next class, I will see you again tomorrow, right? When is our next class? Is it tomorrow? Yeah. When is our next class, dear students? Is it tomorrow? So I will give you the text. Make sure you read the text. Okay. Get the answers. Let me know what are the words that you're going to highlight. Okay. The references or the keywords that you are going to highlight, the reference words, and then share with me in a broadcast studio. I would like you to come here and join me. So it's not me talking alone here. Okay. That would be the next class. Let me check when is our next class. Our next class will be Wednesday, tomorrow, 11:30. So 11:30 tomorrow, I will see all of you. Is that okay? You need to join the next class, right? Hello, students. Are you there? Because I checked the live chat, you are so quiet and nobody is here joining me. Yeah, I know tomorrow is holiday. What do we have tomorrow? I know that tomorrow is holiday, but is it okay if I have a class tomorrow? Yeah, can I have a class tomorrow, 11:30? Because I need to do this gap text. Can we have class tomorrow? Or maybe we have class at night? Or you want to have class today? Maybe I will continue at 5. No, 5, I have a class later. 8:30, is that okay? Yeah, because the Chinese, I believe you have, you need to perform, rituals, right? I don't know, you have to perform ritual activities, I think. So can we have class tonight or tomorrow's night? Please decide and let me know because I need to finish this gap text, which is very important. And I have checked your MUET trial exam. Many of you could not answer this part. Many of you, could not answer this part. Some got even 0 for gap text. So this gap text, even though it's only 6 questions, but they are very important because one question is equivalent to 2 marks. Yes, one question, 2 marks. Okay, so it's very important. Let me know in the Telegram group whether you want to have class today or tomorrow night or tonight. Okay, so I think I have to end here because we don't have enough of time. It's already 10:30, right? You have the next class. So I need to finish this by hook or by crook. I need to finish this. Okay, so I think I wish all of you good health. I see you again either tonight or tomorrow. Please take good care of yourself. You can't go out, right? You need to stay at home. So stay at home, use your time wisely. And all the girls and the boys, I wish all of you stay healthy, okay? Have a good day. And that's all for this class, but I will share the passage with you, plus the missing sentences. I need you to finish it and let me know your answers and justifications, all right, in the class, because I need to see you face to face, either tonight or tomorrow. Okay, and I will also give you exercises, gap text exercises in the Google Classroom. All right. I think I need to end the broadcast now. Okay. Oh my God. Where shall I go? Okay, so thank you very much.
Dibawakan kepada anda oleh Akademi YouTuber.
Tuition online percuma. Tuition online percuma. Layari www.academyyoutuber bagi mengikuti tuition online secara percuma. Prasekolah, sekolah rendah, sekolah menengah, semua ada di Akademi YouTuber. Rujuk jadual di laman sesawang www.academyyoutuber.com. Semoga masa terluang anak-anak anda diisi dengan sebaiknya. Tuition online percuma, mestilah Akademi YouTuber.